In the common language, we often hear the industrial or traditional production methods terms to characterize food products, but we don't really know what these terms mean. However, the research for the characteristics about traditional products from the point of view of consumer is interesting both in the food sector but also in tourism. Indeed, these products are often bought on vacation place by tourists. These products, being characteristic of a region and representing a way of valuing the local cultural capital, must nonetheless be perceived as such by individuals in order to trigger purchase. If the literature provides answers on what the regional products are for the consumers, there is nothing on what consumers know about the traditional or industrial manufacture of a product. The study of the mental representation of individuals clarify the specific criteria that characterize a product resulting from a traditional production in the current context of uncertainty and ignorance of production system by consumers. In general, we can define the manufacturing methods, whether industrial or traditional, including the different phases of a process, from the reception of the raw materials to their different treatments to create a food product. The concept of mental representation from cognitive psychology science allows us to better understand the rejection or acceptance of some foods by individuals. Mental representations are a set of beliefs that allow the individual to understand his or her environment. That is to say, the associations carried out by the consumer on a product or category of products are what he considers acceptable or what appears too far from its mental shames. The items obtained as part of a qualitative and then quantitative study characterize what is, for individuals, a traditional food product in opposition to an industrial product. A traditional product is made from a manual process, has a different taste according to the seasons, looks like homemade product, is associated with the history of a region, with a regional know-how, and finally is an authentic product for consumers. The traditional characteristic of the product, because it conveys an imaginary of an authentic taste or that would like be authentic, has become a promotional argument that one reads on the packaging. Nevertheless, consumers have an accurate representation of what is a traditional product versus an industrial product. This research is especially interesting for new food brands wanting to penetrate a very competitive market and wanting to highlight the traditional character of the products. One of my research on which an article will be published in 2017 has looked at the possible outlet for the local products. The consumption of local food products has been a rising trend for the past few years. However, these products suffer from a lack of visibility from the public. Beyond supermarkets and traditional actors of this market, like local producers, local authorities, and so on, Michelin-starred chefs also communicate around local food productions. Our qualitative study aims to identify how gastronomic restaurants contribute to communicating on local products and to which extent those products contribute to the restaurant's local anchorage. The results bring recommendations for both chefs and producers to valorize better the local products. For example, information about the provenance or history of the local product should be more widely displayed during the gastronomic experience lived by the consumer, especially as your study emphasizes that often the customer is requesting such information. Similarly, collaborations between producers and chefs must be encouraged and developed, like the Maison Loiseau, which has created with a local blackcurrant producer a paper based on blackcurrant buds, now present on the tables of the establishment, and also proposed to sell displays some local products for sale. The chefs are still hesitant to make additional sales to their catering services, But we think that the clientele, particularly foreign customers, would like favorably on this sale area. On the other hand, some concept stores with a mix of restaurant and shop are already emerging that are representative of the postmodern consumption of individuals.